Hello, this is Captain Poodle speaking. Are you ready to find love?
Yes, ahoy, matey.
Love. Exciting and new. Go online. They're catfishing you.
Shocker.
Fiancé.
Soon you'll be flying to parts unknown.
90-day fiancé.
Marrying someone you only met on your phone.
Be they French or Chinese, a brand new K1 visa's the key.
Ooh, the key to what, Poodle?
To love.
It's reality gaze. Let's love.
Lib, until Charlie gets help with his issues, there won't be no hatchets involved.
Hatchets. He had some good lines.
It was good. It made no sense.
No.
But I'm afraid Andre thinks that they're actually going to be using hatchets.
Yeah, that's probably a Moldovan thing.
In Moldova,
You
we use hatchets.
When we forgive someone, we actually drive hatchet into snow.
It's snow and bury it deep.
Yes.
Deep.
Y'all,
Into potato field.
potato field. This is happily ever after.
Hey!
Hey!
That hurt my ears.
Hurt mine too. Y'all, this is
Even my own voice pierces my ears sometimes.
does all the time for me. Season 7, episode 2, Truth, Bitter Truth.
Truth.
I don't know why it's called that.
I think it's Sumit and Jenny.
Oh, is it Smith? It could be a person we're not covering too.
Oh, it could be.
I just fast forward through those. I don't even know what's
He
happening.
who shall not be named.
Yes.
It's true. This is our first experience, and I was like, get off my television.
Boop, 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 boop. I boot my TiVo.
Yeah, we don't cover Big Pred or Liz.
No, we don't.
And someone actually DM'd me to ask me why, and I would say, go back to listen to the first season of our Single Life.
Yeah.
That's when we decided to stop covering him.
Or just Google.
Or a simple ask of Uncle Google.
Yeah.
Will
I think even Aunt Bing will let you know.
will show you the horrific verbal abuse on that phone call that we heard in real life.
In real life.
You can't explain production.
Things on the show we can we don't know if they amped it up for a
Right.
show. I'll take that with a grain of salt. But
But
something
if
that
you
happened
show
in
me
real life,
something in real life,
yeah, that was
Yeah.
gross. So anyway.
so if you hear me
right.
clearing my throat, my allergies
Poodle's
are,
having a cough drop,
my
y'all.
allergies are aflame
It's
today.
102 in Los Angeles today, and I'm drinking a Coke Icy.
And
It's
I'm
melted.
wearing a Jonathan Brandis shirt.
Oh, and I'm wearing House of 11.
We're both wearing oversized shirts like teenage girls at a sleepover.
It's true. We are. I would love to have a sleepover.
No.
I could do your makeup. We could do face. Wouldn't that be fun?
No, absolutely not.
No, you don't think so?
No, I'd have to bring a friend. And then we kick you out.
I don't want to watch you do that.
Oh, you'd be out long before. Or maybe we could slip you a Mickey and you'd just like pass that on the couch.
That's usually happened in high school. I'd go to sleep and then I would wake up and then find out one of my friends got pregnant that night. And I'd go, I slept through it.
I can see that happening.
Yeah. I didn't know Jamie Ray got fucked.
Y'all, this is Happily Ever After. Couple announcements. Live shows. My nose itches.
We're doing it live, everybody. You can go all of our. If remember last week, we put out our second stop for Tampa.
Yep.
So
The 14th and the 15th.
14th and the 15th, all those tickets are on sale now. There's still VIP tickets.
There
for
are
Tampa.
VIP tickets for Tampa available if you missed them.
We do
the first
think
time.
that we do have a feeling though that Tampa both nights we think are going to sell out. So
Especially we're both planning some kind of fun things
Poodle's
to do.
birthday. Birthday Poodalooza. What
You're
do I keep
never gonna be
calling
able to say it right.
I've said it like 5 times, and they're all good. Birthday Poodalooza.
Something.
Poodalooza, yes. Old and fucked. But yes.
But I'll be making some decisions on the content that night. It'll be just whatever I say goes.
Whatever Poodles, I'm letting him have the night.
So I might. We'll do a little bit of happily ever after. I will announce it beforehand.
But on
So-
Friday night, we're gonna be doing something different on the Friday night show of Tampa.
Yes.
Yeah. So we Well, we'll cut that later because y'all, it's all happening in a week. So we want to be clear and let y'all know. We'll put out a schedule in a couple of weeks of what we're watching when, so then you know.
It'll be very specific.
Very specific. We're trying to be organized, y'all. We're trying.
Different shows,
Same hose. All right. So go to our Linktree link in our Reality Gaze podcast Instagram or our Reality Gaze TikTok.
Also, go close the blinds.
Oh yeah,
While I
y'all,
talk
if
about
you're watching
this.
the intimate portrait, he's just bossing me around and closed blinds in his apartment like some drunk person on Sunset Boulevard.
But no, we got these curtains and so it's not as loud in here. So Bi-Curious episode, I must say, I think this might be one of my favorites that we ever did. We did a Bi-Curious episode of Inmate to Roommate on A&E, episode 3, called something like "I'm Over This, I'm Done." I don't know, we're getting this wrong, but Inmate to Roommate. You can find that at the Bi-Curious at our Patreon at the $5 level. We had a good time. God, Sharna, I still have nightmares about thinking about Sharna's self-pleasuring. I still say it's more like
Yeah, just like.
yes.
We can't do it. We can't do it, y'all. Anyway, we had a really good time on that Bi-Curious, so be sure to check that out. And
Dr. Henry.
Doctor-
People have agreed with us that we think he's writing a paper.
Yeah.
Or something.
killing him. We don't know. Yeah, we had a great time on that.
We had a
That
good
was
time.
Good Bi-Curious. What else isn't...
Other announcement for September, on September 16th, Love is Blind After the Altar comes out, which is season 2. We may get to see a little bit of the decimation of Iana and Jarrett's relationship, possibly.
Probably.
And we will maybe get to see other problems that are happening with Nick and Danielle. But
Yes.
spoiler alert, if you don't know, none of the couples from season 2 are together anymore.
Nope, they're not. They're not.
And
So-
there's a lot of Natalie and Shane drama. Shane and Shayna drama.
If you're watching
Anyway.
it to more portrait, I'm just... First of all, you're sitting right here, right in
Hi.
between us. on
Honk,
our
honk.
$15 tier, but I'm also making the Shayna face of...
So, also, if you can't get enough of these assholes from season 2, you need to watch After the Altar.
Oh, yeah.
There is a certain population who I didn't like a lot of them, but I still need to know. I did, after kind of reading the notes of the conversation that Natalie and Iana had on her podcast. I love Natalie, and she's definitely my favorite person.
I like Natalie, too. We liked her.
Yeah.
We liked her.
But also, big news. Huge.
What?
Love is Blind season 3.
Oh, yeah.
October.
Yeah.
We don't have a release date,
Called it!
but it's official.
Called it!
It's happening in Dallas.
I'm going to the big D, it don't mean Dallas. Sucking a dick and a love is blind Dallas.
It hurt my ears.
I kind of threw it up in my head. It was like... Pew!
I like it how your voice just shoots through you.
Yeah.
Woo! All right. That's all the announcements
We're going to talk
have.
about singing today, actually.
That's pretty good for announcements.
That's pretty good for it is.
Let's jump into this, y'all.
Jump in. 90 Day Fiancé put this scene on their Instagram of Libby and Andre with their friend who's, they were
Marisol.
talking- Marisol. And
as-
I just put, we are two opera queens and we will have opinions.
I have a lot to say about
I do
this.
too. I mean, you're a voice teacher, but
Number one,
As a student of dick sucking and voice, I have opinions too.
and a good student.
Thank you. Studied a lot.
When you're
I was doing homework like Branwyn. Oh, gotta suck this dick again.
the Spanish. I was Spanish. Este gato.
Y'all, Love After Lockup is so good.
That scene was hard to watch, though.
Oh God, it's fucking riveting television.
Here's these two things are true here.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you two truisms that will always be true.
Okay.
It's a lot of true in that sentence.
Yeah.
If you're with someone who says, I don't know if you know this about me, but I used to sing professionally. One, you definitely know this because they've talked about it before.
They've talked about it a lot.
A lot. And a person who used to sing, when they said, I don't know if you know this, but I used to sing professionally, you will get treated to that person singing by the end of the evening.
You will. You will. Whether you want to hear them sing or not.
Exactly. You haven't asked them. Now, it's one of those things that either a singing teacher or people who do sing, we say sing professionally doesn't really mean anything, because you could say, I once sang the national anthem at a Pittsburgh Penguin Dog Eaters game.
Well, it's like saying you're a professional actor. You could say, oh, what are you working on right now? And you could not have booked anything in 6 months.
Or you can be a professional singer and sing backup, which backup singers work very hard.
Real fucking hard.
But you could sing backup for a regional act who you saw. So
or you could be the bass in a quartet.
A barbershop quartet.
A barbershop quartet. So they could say, sing us something. You would just go, boom, 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 boom. Oh,
I love my Sweet Adeline.
Sweet Adeline. And no one wants to hear that.
And that's all you've got.
And that's all you've got.
There and she goes.
Yeah.
And she was pretty. There was she goes.
That's all you've got.
My bull was there.
And then what are you going to do?
But the thing about it is, we say either sing for money or sing for dollars. That's what sometimes I'll hear. But here's the issue. I was in our Stacey squad. Someone did point out, because the first thought I actually wrote down, this is a Florida Kris Jenner, because it looks like her.
Yeah,
she was wearing this
leopard
off the shoulder leopard thing,
which I have to say,
which would look great on me.
I was going to say you would wear that in a second.
Oh, I plan to start that phase within 10 years of wearing things like that. It will just
be leopard.
Very Naomi from Mama's Family.
Oh yes. We should say, while you're taking a drink of your Diet Coke, I just want to say. Some people don't watch, but basically, y'all, they're having a housewarming party because it's their new house. So that's all you need to know. So all these people are coming
The Butthole Brigade's there.
It's very cold when Becky walks in. Andre just kind of opens the door and he just holds it. And Becky's like, hi.
I will say,
He's stoic.
The sisters call it, this is everyone he just wants to network with.
Oh my gosh.
His immigration lawyer is there. There's a mortgage person. There's someone who sells them Amway.
Yeah. Becky's like, she says, I'll be Becky, you be Jen.
It's so random.
He has no idea who's here. No one. We don't know who any of these people are, right?
Any people are.
Right? I mean, who just invites people over they don't
Someone's
know?
like taking care of their dog. It's like a networking event.
Yeah, it is a networking event. Yeah,
I think this is actually kind of smart.
Yeah. Andre doesn't know. Like, who invites their immigration lawyer over? And I went, someone who talked to their immigration lawyer all the fucking time and is grateful that they bought a home in the U.S. Yeah. Andre has said this means a big deal to him.
Also,
yes, she would invite that person over.
Also, we're going to see that immigration lawyer later in the season.
I think they're just handing out invitations saying, hey, you want to come?
These two harpies could not be happy if they bought a gallon of happiness.
No, they're like,
so
who
awful.
buys a gallon of happiness? I only need a quart.
Oh, God. I did write later on, and I said to you earlier before, can you imagine being Libby and being judged so harshly for every
Her
single thing you
entire
did.
fucking life.
But between those two and her horrible mother, and the only thing thankful is Chuck. She's the apple of Chuck's eye,
And
who she calls Dada in one thing, and I kind of went, gross.
Well, I think
you need to do better.
Wasn't she saying that because the child was there? I think she's saying that in front of the baby. Like,
It's still
Dad,
weird.
No, it's like Papa's here, like when the kid's there. and
No,
you call
he
them-
says hi, Dada. She hugged him.
because that's what I think.
No, they call him something different though.
Oh.
Happy. They call him Happy.
Pappy, I think.
Oh, that makes sense.
Pappy. They just call it Happy.
Hey, Happy's here.
Happy's here.
So, before we get to Tampa Kris Jenner,
And also, though, why would they have any idea who's it? They have a life outside you, Becky and Jen. They know people you don't know.
Becky and Jen don't though.
That would be like you showing up to my house and going, I don't know anyone here.
It would be weird.
No, it wouldn't.
It would be weird because I wouldn't show up to your housewarming.
If I had free
I
booze.
spent plenty of time. Well, that's a good point.
If I had
point.
free booze and if I made homemade queso.
Yeah, just know I'm going to Irish goodbye the fuck out of your party.
Oh, yeah. We'll be there for 30 minutes. If that.
No, it'll take me an hour to drink my fill and then get an Uber.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, just in time enough to drink and then Irish
Uber
goodbye the fuck out of your party.
Or if you're bougie, an Alto. Like
Oh, an Alto.
One of my friends, I went on that. I was like, what is this Alto? And then I said, oh, I'm going to get this. And I was like, I'm not paying $100 a year for a subscription.
It's ridiculous.
Just get a lift. Anyway.
So they're showing them the house, and the house looks nice.
It looks nice. I think, you know what think's nice is, maybe it's but the mortgage broker is hot, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a hot guy.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
hot. He could give me an interest rate.
So these are all
Qualifying
people who-
loan.
Nothing sexy about any of those.
I can't. I don't know any more terms.
Right.
That's all I know.
Because neither of us are homeowners, y'all. Neither of us has a mortgage. Because we live in Los Angeles. Because we spend way too much money on rent.
It's true.
So. We entered the studio, and that's when Marisol says, I don't know if you know this, but I used to sing professionally. And she's like, so why don't you give us a little something? There is no normal way to randomly burst into song like you're doing an American Idol audition. People who perform for a living know this.
I just want to say, especially because, let's add the context here, she's on national television.
Yes.
So whatever she does is going to be shared
Critiqued.
over and over and over. And
So of course she's not going to do it. Of
course
I knew
she-
she wouldn't sing.
And you know what? It's interesting because she said, Marisol says, when someone asks you to sing and you're a professional singer, you sing. And I went,
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Because someone pays you.
That's
and
what-
then you sing.
we both have been professional singers. I sing when you give me money.
This woman.
I'm not going to sing on national TV and also sing us. They can't sing Shania Twain's From This Moment On because
No.
that song is fucking copyrighted.
I liked it when Mom's like, sing From This Moment. You sang that at my wedding, 15 years ago? I'm sure you can do it
But
now.
I will sing that duet with Libby. I know it all by heart. I know because it was originally a duet with Brian White. It's much better as a duet than a single song, actually. I've sang it at like 4 weddings. They're all divorced now.
I was going to say,
But I
what's
have
the
sang it at like
success?
4 weddings. They're all divorced.
That was a very popular wedding
Oh,
song
I
about
sang it all the
15,
time.
20 years ago.
Yep. Don't know why I had to add 15 to 20 years on that.
Because you're old. So,
Wow.
so
But yes, fuck off.
then,
What did Marisol
she
sing
kept,
at?
and she kept pushing her. She kept saying, come on, sing. I think you should really sing. It's, if you're going to put up, you're going to show what you've got. I guarantee you if Marisol would have started singing, she would have been like, it just would have been awful.
Like Evelyn.
Yeah.
But you know what I had more of a problem with? Is 2 things. First of all, this is going back a little bit, but that feather lamp in Ellie's room is going to get so dirty. That's all I thought when you saw a feather lamp. Y'all, how do you clean your feather lamp?
That's true.
It's pretty, but it's going to get so dirty. You would
The
sneeze
dust.
because of feather. It's so dirty.
I'm allergic to feathers.
But here's the deal. So Libby tells them, I'm thinking of doing nursery rhymes.
Well, she says nursery rhymes, and everyone goes,
I think that's so smart.
I've got to say this. When she said it and I thought about it, I was like, she could put that on YouTube and do well.
Do you know how much money those people that do kids music on YouTube? Y'all,
I'm telling you,
so much
now,
fucking money.
We
and
laugh.
she did it with her daughter?
We laugh because it's a weird thing that Libby's like, I've been thinking about doing nursery rhymes, actually, in a very Libby thing. And, of course, they all roll their eyes. But it actually could make money in a YouTube context.
Yes.
But they're like, ugh, who would do that? Who cares about money? I want to record terrible pop covers that no one will ever see.
Yeah, even Becky's like, yeah, I'm going to sing nursery rhymes. I don't know what's going on with it. And first of all, she's saying that maybe she's saying she wants to make money off camera. But on the show, she said, I just want to do something that's a stress relief. Great. Sing nursery rhymes, sing fucking Adele, sing whatever. If you want to sing for the joy of it, sing. Lay off.
I am livid that these fuckers are making me defend Libby. I should be making fun of her and her American Idol audition, which was better than we thought.
Did you see the video she put out of her singing a country song?
No.
She sounds real good.
Really?
She sounds really good singing country.
Huh.
I forget what song it is. She sounds really
Don't show
good.
it to me.
I forgot what song it is, though.
Can we do this later?
What? When she sang country, I'm like, I'm here for it.
You know, we're not just having a chat. This is an actual podcast that we're being filmed
She
on.
sings Blue. Blue.
LeAnn Rimes.
Which is a hard song to sing.
Yeah.
She sings it. It is weird.
Why are you shouting?
It is weird because you shout at me.
But that's with intention. You're shouting at me because you're excited.
I am excited because she just filmed the video just recently. So she's pregnant, and it sounds.
Oh wow! So it's recent.
And Andre's like in it too, and she's singing "Whoa So Lonesome for You." And I went, this video makes it look like someone knocked you up, and now you can't find your baby daddy anymore. Like if you didn't know the show.
I rubbed my stomach.
And she literally is rubbing her stomach like saying, why can you be blue?
Wow.
Because I got your baby. But that's the way but she sounds really good. I was impressed.
No more big gulp.
What?
It's too much caffeine.
No,
crazy.
you know why I get excited? Because as an artist and someone that has been a singer and put in this position, I am sick of artists having to defend themselves of the validity of when they want to do something.
Agree.
You want to do something
also,
and it's created
and the judgment of anyone who's trying to make money off of art, there is such a judgment.
And honestly, probably because of this show, because of their cameos, because of Andre selling houses, Libby's probably in a position where I don't have to think about doing something just to make money, just for the fun of it.
And they poo-poo that.
that.
So, anyway, and it's also like a nice thing for her to do with her daughter. And
I think with her online presence, I think she can fucking do TikToks and make a shit ton of money from that.
So, of course, all the women just poo-poo the idea and roll their eyes. So they move on to the party is wrapping up.
Everybody leaves except for family.
Yeah.
And even Becky's like, that was a great party. No one got into an argument.
I feel very
or anything.
warm from your home.
And Andre said,
Well, that's because someone wasn't here.
It's true. And they bring, he also says, he's like, there was no drama. And then it's so funny because it sounds so awful, but they all expect it. That's because you kept your mouth shut. And if he was talking to someone who was not terrible, I think I'd have a real problem. It's because you kept your mouth shut.
But because they are terrible, you kind of can't fault Andre for being so fucking rude.
And it's kind of like we've all just gotten used to just such a coarse response from him.
He's just a bull in human form. I know. It makes it real hot. Whoa.
I just went somewhere.
I just
paw on the ground.
That song, The Matador, just went through my head.
That's from Carmen, y'all. Oh,
Okay.
When he's
Just
banging
hitting your
me.
headboard. You know what? And that's a lot more humane than actual bullfighting.
Oh, a lot more.
We don't condone bullfighting, but we could condone.
What a brave stance.
But we condone matador fucking.
Y'all, reality gaze does not condone bullfighting.
Doesn't. Can you imagine Andre though in a matador uniform? Ooh.
We need to move on.
Ooh.
Otherwise, I'm going to have to excuse
He'd
myself
just
into
put
an
a
interior
red
room.
cape, and I would just try to.
So this little bit at the end, they bring up Charlie and Pamela,
The mom.
the most in denial enabler, is basically saying, "Well, Andre, you and Charlie should bury the hatchet." That's where she says, "There will be no hatchets buried," and then this is interesting. Andre, without calling him a bum, which he normally does, says he needs to get help for his issues with alcohol. And the sisters go, "We've never agreed with him once, but we're with him now."
Because he's on this outside looking in.
Yeah.
Honestly, if we look back, I think wasn't Andre was calling that out before any of the rest of the
Yeah,
family.
call him a drunk.
He
Yeah.
was calling that out before.
Yep.
And so they're getting that, but I'm actually glad they're showing this again. I actually hope if people are watching this and maybe they are in denial or defending someone who's in the middle of something, they go, "Wait, I sound like Pam." And if you sound like Pam, that means you need to go to an Al-Anon meeting. You are in denial about this because the rest of this I think even Chuck feels like Chuck is seeing it
He
clearer.
stayed out of it. But did you hear Chuck say, "Yeah, Mom of the Year over here"?
I did hear him say that.
So, and probably, y'all, this family, the best thing for Libby to do is actually establish boundaries with her family, which it seems like she's trying. It's a lot better because the sisters are a lot less influential over Libby than they used to be.
Yeah.
And Libby has set boundaries in her life because this family is a toxic waste dump. The Chuck still has animosity towards Mom. Mom has animosity towards everyone.
Towards
There's
Chuck, yeah.
issues, and everyone hates Libby because she's Chuck's favorite.
It's interesting because Pamela, the mom, Pam, she basically compares. She says off after the party, she says to the camera, "I think Andre and Charlie are a lot alike because they're both headstrong and stubborn." I disagree with that, but she says to Andre, she says like you should talk to him, bury the hatchet, because she said I think you both are. I think
Alpha males.
I think you both are similar people in the same.
Yeah.
Which and Andre completely takes offense to and says, "How dare you? I'm not like
You insulted me in my old house."
And that's what like he tells her if she. This is where I think I understood where he's coming from, but when he told her, if you don't get out of your denial, you can't come into my house anymore.
The reason why that was triggering for Andre is he thinks of Charlie as a loser, and that is the one thing he can never be.
Yes. I understand where he's coming from. I think that it was a little, he forgot
can't say
about his
that.
wife in that moment.
He can't say that.
And that he's telling his
She's
child's
like, "Babe,
grandmother.
babe."
I like to that. I kind of gasped when he said that and thought it was terrible. And the family is just so used to that. They were
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They all just were like,
That-
"Ugh, Andre."
that boorish behavior
And they
is
just kind of
just
rolled their eyes at him.
And
Also, I'm sorry, I got to say this. Pam's lipstick is terrible. It's not a nude, but it's just off of a nude. But Pam, put just a little bit more blush color on your lips, honey, when you're on camera. I
Yeah.
bet that looks great. I bet that looks great when you're going to the grandkids' baseball game, but it does not look good on camera.
you heard it there.
You heard it there.
Andre does finally say, he's like, "I just want us to help him." And Andre's like, "I'm not here to help him. Fuck Charlie." So this is interesting. We're getting to a place where most of the family is setting a boundary, and I wonder if the family is going to cross the boundary for her. She says a big birthday. I imagine it's her 60th. And
I
so
don't
it's
know.
her big birthday coming up.
I mean, they could be building if they end up having like fucking intervention style of the with Charlie.
You know what? I would love that, and I would not be surprised if production tried to make that happen.
I wouldn't be surprised if they try to do that.
That's although I don't want to see Charlie on this season.
I don't. It's a better season without him and the third butthole brigader.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Megan,
the podhastiest podhast. She's awful.
She's awful. She's awful.
She makes it worse every time she's around the
She
other
riles
women.
up Jen and Becky.
Yeah,
she does.
She does. She makes it worse.
She does. I'm interested where this storyline's going to go. Like the singing, the family basically is all together now, except for with the mom.
Can I just
have
say
no
this?
idea where this is going to go.
I can't believe that this storyline is kind of the bright spot of season 7 for me.
I'm honestly probably the most.
What?
I'm the most interested in this family storyline. I think so far.
Which I would never have thought that.
I've never, because they always do the same beat. Here we go again. Here we go again.
And this is that we're not in cringe territory with these. We are actually invested to see how this works.
And ironically enough, it's changed, I think, the most because Andre makes his own money now.
Yeah.
He supports his family. They're not, it doesn't seem like, at least they're not dependent on
Well, the
their family
Butthole
anymore.
Brigade can't complain.
So they can't, yeah.
Yeah. That's them.
Y'all,
showing-
that says something. Make your own money in life, and then whatever people say, you can just say, get
Fuck
out of my
'em.
house. Fuck out of my house.
Should we take a quick break and get back to Sumit, the explosive? You are no longer my son. You will not be invited to anything ever, even our funerals.
I don't know what's being said, but I don't think it's good.
I videoed. I don't think maybe I'll post it or something. I videoed myself watching.
I died.
this. And when she's like, and you could see her face. She was crying. Smit's mother.
Yeah, Jenny wasn't crying. She just had eye sweat.
Jenny just goes, I don't know what else to say, but don't think it's good.
Something happened with Sumit.
I don't think it's going well.
I don't think it's going well. Reminds me when there was a fox in the hen house. Oh boy!
Oh boy!
boy!
Y'all, Jenny and Sumit.
Jenny and Sumit.
Can I just say,
I'm loving this season. What's wrong with me?
they just need to go to America already.
Yeah.
I don't see any way she's going to be continually tortured by his relationship with his parents.
Yeah.
It's not going to get any better.
And yeah.
And Sumit just this could be the best thing for Sumit, but I say Sumit, which is really kind of ironic. But he says, I don't know how I can live without my mother in my life. Well, you can find a way.
No,
After this.
This is all about he will continue to terrorize Jenny with his mother for the rest of his life. I don't think he'll ever want to move to the U.S.
I don't see it happening. But to me, it's the only way.
It is the only way. It is the only way.
Because even if they stay in India, there'll always be the idea of the mother being around there. I'm saying it might even be a good thing for the mom to say, you're not my son anymore.
She did. She did say that.
She did.
She did say that. It's interesting. This could have been very similar or a metaphor to as queer kids, you worry about how your family's going to react.
That's why it's compelling. Yeah.
It's compelling, but at the same time, normally I would feel really bad for someone if their mother said, I'm disowning you. Sumit has drugged this out so much.
Yep.
And really just honestly, I do still feel sorry for Jenny, but he's drugged this out so much, I don't feel sorry for him anymore on this.
No.
I'm just like,
This is
dude,
this is also the point where
he's actually terrorizing everyone in his life with his choice, Jenny and his family.
Right. It gets to the point now, you guys, where, yes, you can say it's Indian culture to be so enmeshed with your parents. Fine.
Great.
But when you're marrying Jenny, and obviously you're very, oh, my nose is killing me. It's my allergies. I'm sorry for those of you watching the intimate portrait.
Mine too. We're not doing Coke. We'd be slimmer.
No, it's
we'd be so thin.
When it's hot in Los Angeles, the allergies get worse.
I wish it was, but
but what's happening is there's been no chance of a boundary, and when that can't happen, regardless of how enmeshed you are, everyone's going to be miserable.
Yeah,
the family, Sumit, Jenny, everyone's family is going to be miserable.
I think no one's more miserable than Mom, because. When this episode starts, she's still sobbing. And the mother just says, "Oh, he's put me through hell his entire life." And,
the pain I endured while giving birth to him.
Yes. And then you're like, okay. And then she keeps on going, he's made me cry his whole life.
Now,
always.
What's interesting here is our Indian sissies have come at us and say, Sumit's mom is extreme for Indian moms.
Yes, extreme.
But they do say she's not far off, especially for Indian boy moms.
Yeah. And so that's where she looks at me. She says, "Are you even our son?" And he says, "Yes." And she said, "No,
you're not.
Don't look like our son." And that's where she says, "When we die, you will not be invited." And that is when they say that. That editor said, Jenny says this line. Where am I going to put this line? And this other editor said, say that. Put it right after the mom said he can't come to the funeral. Somebody buy that.
I don't understand what was said, but it doesn't sound good.
And then, not only is Mom talking about this time, but then she says, you will pay for your actions in the next life.
Yes, it's not only this life. Chicken Jenny will follow you to the next and the one after that.
She's just walking along.
She'll be a salamander in the next life.
and she says, I will never accept this. Never, 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 never. And then she basically says, it was really poetic the way she said, you know what? Give her all the love.
Give her all the love. Because
give that chicken.
All the love that you would have given myself, your father,
your children,
your
future children.
Give her, and I went, give Mama Sumit all the awards because she has earned them for this performance by a villainous mother.
Oh, it is just.
It's pretty amazing.
It's pretty amazing.
This is top level acting here, drama, you guys. This is
put her in a Bollywood movie.
I know.
Ugh.
So
we don't need your kindness.
And she does say, we have no need for your love.
But Sumit says, but I need it.
Yeah.
And it really is. This is kind of when I wrote, I said, dude, then choose. Just choose. Make a choice and go with your choice. This spoiled asshole wants to have all of his cake and eat it too.
And doesn't care if everyone's miserable.
And he's making everyone miserable. And I just am like, you're a piece of spineless shit.
Yep. Full stop.
And I know
that's where we are now.
And I know that some people say, Jenny, she's an idiot. I still feel for Jenny in that I can see where Jenny tracks, where Jenny says in this episode, I really thought after we got married, this would finally end.
I still can't believe Sumit and Jenny got married. I'm still adjusting to that.
We forgot we had about 4 seasons of them being together and not getting married. But I agree. I think I would have thought when Jenny thought because it was such a fucking ordeal for them to get married, you would think this is it. And the only thing I could see this. So if you're watching this season for the first time, Jenny's anger here seems unfounded or out. It's kind of scary, I have to say.
Yeah.
But it seems unfounded or out of the blue. But when you know the history of how this woman's just been not even second, but fucking fourth fiddle in this guy's life for the rest of her life.
No, she
You understand.
freaks out. But it seems warranted.
I mean, totally, y'all. She's just laying eggs.
She says, and he's like, "Do you realize this is bad?" She's like, "Yes, it's bad. It's fucking bad. It's fucking bad. What do you think? It's fucking bad.
Like when that one time I was around the field, the sky was falling. I started telling her, "Sky's falling, sky's falling." Nobody believed me, Smith. Nobody believed me. I had to tell her, and then the sky fell. I lost my boat that way, Smith.
Remember when I made that stone soup? Oh, when I baked that bread, no one would help me. The fox didn't want to help me.
Yeah, Fox, they want to know.
But they want to eat the bread. They want to eat the bread.
Hope the sky doesn't fall.
I think I conflate all of those.
They're all the same.
Yeah.
Did your neighbor die?
No, it sounds like she's just rolling a bowling ball again.
She honestly probably was like, what is that fucking... Does my neighbor have a chicken?
It did sound like that.
She probably wonders. She probably thinks that you got a rooster. I mean...
There are a lot of cocks here, though.
Oh, Jesus.
Woo!
But
Hey, yo!
Hey, yo.
But I just want to say, when she freaks the fuck out, and she even says, because this is just... because it's happened so many times, I know what's going to happen. You're going to go chase your parents again. And that's exactly what he does.
He goes outside,
and
he like kind of
chases
hugs
parents.
his mom, like forces her to hug him. She's just sitting there.
And Jenny's like, that's exactly what I thought would happen. He's gone after his parents. He's not asking about how I am in this, how it's affecting me, any of this. And Sumit, he can't imagine that because it's all on him. And he's just
it's all. I can correct you. It's all about him,
right?
Not on him. It's about him.
It's all about him and how he feels and the love he's just lost. But she's getting completely rejected as well.
Completely, because that's where I really went. He's telling you, I need you to be here for me. Can't you support me? And then when he had the fucking audacity to say to her, I have given up so much in my life to be with you. I went, she fucking cashed in her 401k early and moved to fucking India for you.
And they are living off her retirement.
And you're living off your retirement. She is giving up everything for you, you piece of shit.
Those are some big pakoras he's got down there.
He's such an asshole. Like, ugh. I'm starting to get the same feeling, like almost like Bilal. I can't stand him so much.
But Sumit wraps himself in a cloak a lot easier than Bilal.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, Bilal, even just another new low this week for Bilal. Woo!
Wow.
I wrote a sissy, and I don't know how it is that in one breath I can abhor Bilal so much and absolutely love Shaeeda with all of my being.
That we're going to talk about in the next
on part two.
On part two, but y'all, that move, Shaeeda set that up. She knew exactly what she was doing.
It was a masterclass,
and it was perfect.
Oh,
and
I love Shaeeda.
I think Shaeeda is a lot more. Her wheels are turning a lot more than we think a lot of times.
I think Shaeeda's a quick learner.
Yeah. She's
learned,
a survivor.
She learned quickly.
She's not gonna give up.
She learned quickly the game that was being played.
Yeah,
and that she was going to get ahead. She knew what to put. And oh, sorry, I'll go all into it. My nose itches too now.
it's the allergies. You're crazy. It's people are gonna think we've been doing coke.
No, we'd be very slim. We're not.
So basically, they had that one scene in the bedroom where she gets physical with him. We'd never seen that. She's like, and feathers fly.
I really wish a PA would just throw some feathers in the scene.
Did you hear that one time where he's screaming?
Yes.
And a dog just starts howling.
And at first I thought it was a rooster.
I thought it was a rooster.
And I had to watch it like 3 times.
And a dog was like, she's like, and the dog's like, And what freaks her out is Sumit saying, "Oh, I need to pamper you." Oh, no, you just need to have some fucking consideration
Yeah.
for someone who's supposed to be your wife and partner.
You need to look at her and say, are you okay?
Yeah.
And even if he said, that was really hard for me, my mother just disowned me. I feel like shit. How are you feeling? That's it.
And at one point, she says, "Get away from me forever, forever, forever." That doesn't mean that.
No.
So, and then Sumit says the most asshole thing possible. You had an option not to come.
And I was trying to rewind in my mind.
He asked her.
Didn't he ask her to come?
But he gave her the option. That's the thing, you guys. These people, sometimes people like Sumit will give you an option and let you choose it. And then when you get upset about what happens, they'll blame you.
Bilal does the same thing.
Yes.
It's this idea. So you really don't have an option.
No, sometimes you're given a choice.
Because Sumit doesn't want to take responsibility
Right.
for anything ever.
It's almost like, well, you can go to Christmas with my family, or you cannot go. We're okay with you not going. But people will talk about you, just so you're aware. People will talk about you if you don't go. And then you get home with your husband and you're like, "Oh, I had such a terrible time." And your husband goes, "Well, I gave you the option not to go." That's y'all, that's a non-choice.
Non-choice.
It's awful.
It's awful. It's
Stop
awful.
doing that. If you do
We
that
just
to
saw the
people,
first-
stop it.
We just saw the first episode where she said, I don't really want to go do it. And he guilted her
Yep.
into going.
Yep.
Oh,
Not good. Not
God,
good.
I can't stand him.
Didn't go good.
It didn't go good. This horse is dead. Just leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it.
I think that's it for this show.
I think that's all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we only had 5. Because we're not doing Big Pred, but we have we have Jovi and Yara, Bilal and Shaeeda, and Kimbali and Usman.
Yes.
And we have a little bit of Big Brother Corner this week, which if you know by listening, you know I'm a Big Brother fan. This week was absolutely insane. So I have to talk about
He's
it.
going to have to apply now. If you're going to talk about Big Brother, the next time you're going to have to apply.
So glad I did not apply.
I
this
know,
season.
but I'm holding you to it. If you're going to talk about it, I'm making you apply. You
Okay.
got busy.
Okay.
I just want you to win $1 million and promote our show.
Let's be honest.
And promote our show.
$750,000.
That's it. For all that, why 750? That's a weird number.
That's a lot of money.
I know, but that's a weird number. Just
They've
making
increased it. They've increased it.
Why not 500,000 or $1 million? Why 750?
It used to be 500.
Oh. I just want to say this. Sumit does say when he says, I gave up all my relationships and now all I have is Jenny. Why can't she be here for me? And I went, that's literally what she did for you.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting.
I just wanted to say that. That's what
someone-
he ended on. What a
Someone did,
shit.
and I don't know if you saw this. I think it might have only been to me. But an Indian sissy, they were talking. This is the same thing they were talking about. Mama Sumit, and they said, just for a little clarification for Indian society, Sumit and being married to Jenny does mean that the family has a social stigma. And
Well, I knew that, yeah.
And it will mean that they will not be invited to things.
And
And,
the-
everyone will talk about them.
And the brother talks about she'll be made fun of. and
she'll
all
be
that.
made fun of. Now,
And he's on a television show, so everybody
yes.
sees it.
Yeah. So, but she did also say
What a
that
cruel thing to do to
Sumit, at
people.
the same time, Sumit has no friends because other people in society will also shun him for what he's done. So the only thing possible that's what she was saying. The only thing possible for them to have any sense of normalcy is to come to America. But she also says the same thing. She doesn't think that's going to happen because Sumit is attached to his mother's tit. And with boys, especially older boys who get married late in life, Indian boys,
Yeah.
they never get off that mother's tit. Yeah.
And obviously a mother figure is important to him.
Well, obviously.
Let's call it for what it is.
Obviously.
Although it's not as creepy. You haven't watched it, but it's not as creepy as the new mother-son couple we just got on 90 Day UK.
Mother-son couple.
Well, they're not but it's like, it's so obvious. The woman who's 68 and she's dating the guy, Sam from Pakistan, who's 28.
The MILF.
It's Pam and Sam.
More of a GILF, grandma.
It is so, the way he talks to her, though, it's like creepy, like you're my mama. It's so good, y'all. If you're not watching 90 Day UK,
you're doing it wrong.
That show is so good.
It actually goes back to where the franchise started.
Yeah, and it's the best Katie and Alejandro segment.
I'm going to need
moving.
to trank dart you because you're so crazy.
It's so good. It's so, anyway.
Like a charging elephant.
And Callum, the gay with Marvin. Oh, y'all, it's so good. Anyway, so be sure to check out that. I remember this week we've got Below Deck. We've got a lot dropping. Below Deck, Down Under, and Med. And we also have 90 Day UK and Smothered. Lots to choose from, y'all. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time. We go follow us on Instagram or TikTok or wherever. And you can leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts. We're working on that website. Get there. I promise by end of September. Anyway, y'all, we call these people lonely hearts, Poods, because aren't we all just lonely hearts looking for love in all the wrong places?
You just blinked your eyes.
What? I have to blink my eyes.
No, you went like one went this way.
Yeah,
Sorry, it's y'all.
I've got allergies.
And if you are starting to look at things in White House Black Market and Chico's and thinking this off-the-shoulder leopard looks good for me, call us and you're right. It does.